Hey YouTube, this is your favorite cartoon Lego animated pal, Dark Spidey 34. Having my finger on the pulse of the internet, I heard some news that kind of made me feel uncomfortable, and that is YouTube's implementation of this new copyright rules and ID notifications towards, mostly towards, video game videos, the ones that I tend to enjoy a lot and tend to bring a lot of attention to certain video games without people actually, paying for them first. Good press, bad press, any press is good press to me. But since YouTube apparently hates all that is joyous and fun in the world, like that, and puppies and everything, they decided to do this. So I got kind of, concerned because I'm no stranger to copyright notifications whatsoever. So I checked. I logged in. I'm working on a video, but I logged in and I checked to see if I was in violation of anything, anything that I didn't already know of. And yeah, there was one video, and it was a really who gives a fuck video. It's a video that no one watches, that no one cares about. And if you have been subscribed to me, even for the longest time, I think it's statistically impossible that you have even seen it, or at least most of my subscribers, since it's been on YouTube. Okay? And I'm going to say the title of the video, and you probably don't even know what I'm talking about, but here it goes. Spinning bat effect. Whoo! That was a real turning point in my animation quasi career, I guess you can say. Okay, so there's a copyright claim on that video, and when I looked at it, I'm just like, oh, I know what it's for. I know what happened here. Me being the incredible idiot that I was, putting Spider-Man music in pretty much everything, I went, oh, I'm gonna put the Spider-Man music in this video because I like Danny Elfman so much. And I did it, and I didn't think twice about it because YouTube wasn't as tight-assed as it is right now. So yeah, I went and played the video, right, listening to the music, and it was nothing but music. Nothing but music. No dialogue. And I listened to it, I'm just like, I don't understand. This is music that I composed and or arranged myself. I don't understand. Oh, I kind of figured this would happen. See, the thing is, the program I used to make the music in that video was called Magic X Music Maker 16. It is a very cheap and very readily available program that you can buy for like $50. Of course, they might be on version 18 by now, but I bought the 16 version, and it was a readily available program. I used the demo before I bought the program. I knew people were using this to sell music because it was cheap, easy to make music, not that great, the quality wasn't that fantastic, but it got the job done. So I'm just like, okay, if I ever make music with this program, I'm not going to sell it because I know it's going to sound like everyone else who's ever used this program. This is just a gap that I need filled. It doesn't need to become its own entity. It's not necessary. So I won't sell it because it's going to sound like someone else's. And what do you know? It does sound like someone else's. And I listened to, okay, I should be looking at the copyright notice. It was matched third-party content, spinning bat effect. Your video may include music that is owned by a third party. Your video is available and playable. Here are the details. Saiska Deep Water Drop. Sound recording administered by Dance All Day. Yeah, I have no idea who the fuck these people are. I have no idea. At least when they, put a copyright notice on a video, at least it's from a composer that I know and or like, because that's why I use their music in my video. But here, I don't know who any of these people are. Yeah, I googled Saiska Deep Water Drop because I just wanted to know who these people were, or who this song was made by, and when the song was made. And I've looked far and wide for when this specific song might have been made or published on the internet, and the only date I can find is around September of 2013. When did I make the song, and when did I upload the video onto YouTube? Well, boys and girls, it was, girls, that's funny, June 7th, 2010. A mere 3 years before that song was made. You got to really stop and think about this, guys. How did YouTube find me out? It was the perfect plan. Pulling in music from the future before the song even existed. Finding a song that I liked and putting it in the video. You can't get any copyright claims for a song that has not yet existed, that has been created by a third party without their permission. So that was the only song I could find. I liked it, put it in the video. No one's gonna know. It was kind of like Looper. You kill people from the future and in the past, so they don't exist yet, so no murder has been committed or whatever, I don't know. So that was my plan. And they found me out. And I've learned my lesson. Don't meddle with time, but especially do not meddle with YouTube and the Google Overlord, Skynet, I'll be back, system. Don't meddle with time. Don't meddle with YouTube. Don't meddle with Google. They will get you. I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. I'm really... Speaking of time travel, it would have just made as much sense if YouTube went to the future or, went to the past and gave me the copyright notice. Like, hey, this song is going to exist sooner or later, so we're going to give you this copyright notice now, trying to combat me going into the future and taking a song and putting it in a video, a song that has not yet existed. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I'm a time traveler. Wait a minute. If I'm a time traveler, does that mean I can marry Rachel McAdams? You know what? This doesn't seem so bad after all. Anyway, given the amount of research that is needed to do this, very, very, very little, I have to assume that a bot or mindless subroutine program, whatever, came up with this claim, because me being a time traveler is the only reasonable explanation, which is why I brought that up as a joke. You really have to wonder what is the extent of this ID matching thing that they're implementing right now. I mean, how sensitive is it to other sounds? I kind of joked about this when I first introduced symphonic orchestra last year in a video, and I jokingly said that it sounds a lot like Batman, and I might get a copyright claim for this. And now I think I might. I mean, it's not from the Batman Begins soundtrack. It wasn't that wasn't produced by Hans Zimmer or James Newton Howard, but it sounds like it was. And if it sounds like it, they might send out a claim against me for something that's not an issue at all. And what if I'm just playing just any melody that I came up with, and it sounds like the music itself sounds so much like an actual soundtrack because of the authenticity of the instruments on this program? That might be a possibility. I'm getting kind of worried here. You might be wondering that's just a bunch of speculation. Well, it might be, but it is in a way very similar to the copyright claim I currently have against me right now, because it involves two people using the same exact music-making program. Since Symphonic Orchestra and Hollywood Strings are actual professional music-making programs, actual professional composers use these programs for some of their scores. So, for me, there is a genuine concern that there might be a mix-up. In fact, one of the composers listed on their website was a composer that I mentioned in that video last year where I first introduced Symphonic Orchestra when I got it. Putting out a copyright claim because, someone used the same music as you in the same editing program is like putting out a copyright claim because they used the same stock music as you. It's not like you're the producer of this stock music. It's just that you remixed the stock music, put it out there on the internet, and then you saw someone else with the stock music, edit it in a different fashion, and then put a copyright claim against them. That stock music that everyone else uses in their videos. I don't really know how to sound it out because I can't really play it for you because I do not own it because I'm using something that is not a Macintosh. But if you want an example, go listen to some of It's Just Some Random Guy's videos. He has a lot of that stock music to which I am referring to in this video. So I think that's how stupid I think this whole thing is. And obviously, after all the research I've done, there's no way a person could have made this mistake. The guys who own this song probably would go, "Oh my God, this is a silly misunderstanding." But they'll probably say it in German or something because everywhere I go, nothing but German. And at this point, I'm also getting videos that are getting rejected for AdSense, monetary revenue and whatnot. Latest example would be the Dark Spidey Productions trailer. Yes, that's right. The video that was the epitome of everything a Dark Spidey was rejected for ad revenue. Now, money isn't the most important thing in the world to me. It's nice to make some money off of a hobby, but if I can't make money off of this, it is not the end of the world. But my concern is not with the fact that I can't make money off of a video. My concern is that I'm completely left in the dark when this happens. When I mentioned the epitome of everything Dark Spidey, I meant that it was mostly mine. The stuff I put in there was mostly my stuff, if not everything. Animation, the music, all mine. And I'm guessing it was probably because of the music that it was rejected, but I don't understand why. I've used the music before in other videos. I'm not going to say which one because it's a trap, but I've used the music before and I specified which program I used. In fact, specifying what editing program I use is something that I regularly do. I state what music making program I use and the independent soundtrack videos right there in the description, at least for most of them. I go into more detail about the music editing programs in certain videos, including this one. On my channel description, I actually go into more detail about the equipment I use, about the software I use. All of it out there is publicly available for everyone to see, including YouTube itself. And you want to know why? Because it's on YouTube itself. So technically, YouTube doesn't even need to ask me. And I'm okay with them asking me. But if they get it wrong, or if this confusion happens, then I wonder what was even the point of them asking me at all. But the thing about getting rejected for AdSense as opposed to just getting a copyright claim, you get more information with a copyright claim. They tell you who made the claim. They tell you how you can dispute it so you can actually get the claim, taken off your video, and you can get the ad taken off your video. And I actually appreciate having that much freedom in regards to the legal implications of these claims. When I get rejected for AdSense, I pretty much get nothing. It doesn't tell you what it's for. There's nowhere you can click to find out more information about why your video was rejected. And I still have videos that are around the same age as the Spinning Bat Effect that are still under review or that have been rejected. And I can't get. I got the strangest feeling that they are not reviewing it. They just said they were going to review it, and then they just never got around to reviewing it. So that's that's one of the reasons why the system isn't so great. But I think, and this might sound a bit crazy, I think everyone should just let it all go. YouTube should let it go. All the other giant movie corporations and distribution people should just let it all go. I think the government should let it go too, just because it's going to happen, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you're just going to make people more pissed off with you, and you'll probably lose business because, I don't know, the system seems kind of inefficient for me, and it feels like it's pushing me to go somewhere else. And usually when a website or a company implements something new and it's horribly inefficient, it usually drives customers away to something that is more efficient. Some might argue that, what they're doing isn't legal. Like, if obtaining music or watching movies becomes difficult, then they'll just be pushed to torrenting sites and whatnot. But it's easier. That's why. Your system is not. Not really advocating anyone should do any of that. All I'm saying is that's why people were pushed to do all those things, because the system that was implemented to, obtain music or movies wasn't really efficient. And I think, some businesses are actually doing a good job in combating that. It's not really about attacking the site. It's more or less about competing with these sites. This is a more or less a free market environment. Don't legislate the business away or the competition away. Compete with the competition. I'm not a business major, so I might be talking out of my finely sculpted butt. But all right. Closing statements. In regards to the Dark Spidey Productions trailer, there might be some oversight on my part in regards to the licensing agreement on the specific program. If that's true, and I apologize to YouTube and I apologize to Fruity Loops or whatever. I mean, I don't know, and I probably will never know because YouTube doesn't tell me. Look, if you guys don't tell me what I've done wrong, then there's pretty much nothing I can do to improve upon myself, or refuse to improve upon myself. But I must first be given that choice, which is the reason why you don't outright ban me from YouTube after the first couple of copyright claims. Because one, they might not be genuine. Two, because I need to be given the freedom in order to go, okay, I get it, no more. But if my channel disappears for any stupid reason, it's not me. I don't want to delete this channel. No matter what I do, I don't want to delete it. I don't. What else? I'm gonna dispute this. I'll tell you guys how it goes. Because I'm pretty sure that this is kind of bogus. I mean, even if it's the same exact song, I made the song first. But the real sticking point here, and I really want you guys to pay attention to this, it's not the same freaking song. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter who did what first. It's not the same song. That should be blatantly obvious, and that should be really the sticking point in all this. And that's why I don't think the system works very well. I would probably say it sucks ass. That's right, no cursing, sorry. I would probably say it really fucking sucks. I know some of this video might sound like, oh, it's so hard being me, look how much crap I gotta put up with. This isn't actually distressing to me in any shape or form. This is actually kind of hilarious. I'm enjoying every minute of this inefficiency. I really am. And that's why I did the whole time traveler shtick at the beginning of this video, because I'm just like, oh yeah, I can milk this. So this video is more for comic effect than anything like, oh, this system is so inefficient, the world we're living in today, everything's so corporate run and legislation and government in America's falling down in the tubes. So yeah, I don't really give that much of a crap. I mean, okay, I have some legitimate concerns as stated earlier in this video, and those have not gone down. They are not off my radar. But this particular situation here is amazing. I mean, a copyright claim against a video for a song that didn't even exist at the time the video was uploaded. And the songs aren't even the same. Yeah, that's nice. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll tell you if this gets any more ridiculous after I dispute it.